Previously on Pocket Survival 1, Lugia's Reef. The divide between Pukenga and Tohunga continued to grow as Pukenga continued to lose challenge after challenge, bringing the deficit in tribe members down to 8-3 by the end of the episode. Lilith the Lopunny would be the first to go last episode after being easily manipulated by the other women on the Pukenga tribe, and in a shocking twist immediately after, both tribes would go to tribal council, allowing Tohunga a chance to vote someone off despite their hefty immunity streak. Tohunga would vote out Ramses the Crocodile in a unanimous vote, and the same night, they got to watch as Pukenga took out their tribe chef, Steinhagen the Snorlax. But Pukenga would Pukenga, losing 2 more immunity challenges and voting out 2 more players, Amber the Hisuian Zoroark and Buddy the Hisuian Typhlosion. This leaves Pukenga with just 3 Mons left, Floribel the Maractus, Tom the Magikarp, and Scrap the Charmeleon. With a merge coming soon, will Pukenga manage to hold their own? Or will Tohunga decide to keep them out of the tribe dynamic and vote them out instead? With 11 Pokemon left, who will be voted out? All that and more answered on this episode of Pocket Survival. Episode 9, we are officially halfway through. Day 22, remember, there are only 39 days. We are officially halfway through this shit. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, thankfully the merge has to be coming up next, right? I mean, there's 11 Pokemon. One tribe has been just completely dominated. There's no way that the merge is in there, right? That would be weird. The merge is not next. We have a reward challenge. We're going one more round. At least one more round in the pre-merge. For today's reward challenge, we're gonna have 3 members from each tribe, including 1 tribe of 3 members, face off against each other in a game of balance. Everyone will have to balance on their own balancing beams, and every 5 minutes they move forward to a thinner area of the beam. When someone falls, that player is out. Last tribe with players remaining wins reward. The reward will be an hour where the camp will be transformed into an outdoor buffet, courtesy of Nidoking Steakhouse, sponsored by Nidoking Steakhouse, popular food chain, popular restaurant chain. We love some Nidoking Steakhouse. A Tohunga has to just sit. Okay, due to how many members of Tohunga are left in comparison to Pukenga, Tohunga now just has to choose 3 Pokemon to play in this challenge, and they cannot participate in the immunity challenge. It is to the point where a majority of Tohunga has to sit out from challenges. It's not even sitting out, it's who's participating. Alright. Oh goodness, what a fucking surprise. Tohunga wins reward. They get the Nidoking Steakhouse buffet back at camp. Oh goodness. That's fine. There's still immunity. There's still immunity. Pukenga can come back, guys. Pukenga can come back. Don't all come together and happily celebrate the award they earned, the all-you-can-eat buffet feast, courtesy of Nidoking's Steakhouse. Rebecca and Anita decide to pull a 3rd Mon into the little group and bring Jeremiah into the fold, agreeing on a final 3 deal. They ease Jeremiah into agreeing on the final 3 as well, and the Jolteon opens up to them about being, close with Farah. So they have a new final 3 deal. They had one with Cyrus before. Now they have another one here with Jeremiah. Big. Ace goes to Cyrus and asks how the Crobat feels about him. And he's relieved to hear that Cyrus actually respects Ace. Thinks he's pretty cool for openly revealing his alliance to the entire tribe, and seemingly not caring much about the ramifications. This makes Ace feel a bit better, and he thanks Cyrus. Look at that, Cyrus got some respect for Ace being chaotic. He's also openly revealed Cyrus' idol. That is another thing he did. I guess Cyrus has to have some amount of respect for that. Cyrus still hasn't even gotten really the chance to play his idol, has he? I think there's been one tribal council and he wasn't being targeted, so there was no reason for him to. Cyrus seems like a pretty reliable monk. He's one of few that are willing to talk with me after the blow-up so long ago now. It's a bit relieving. He'd make a great point guard. If only he was a middle schooler. The trio of Scrap, Tom, and Flora Bell. I went ahead, I updated the correct name because I got the name incorrect. It's supposed to be Flora Bell, not Flora Bella. The trio of Scrap, Tom, and Flora Bell all hang out at camp, laying down in their shelter and alone. None of them strike up any sort of conversation, leaving the atmosphere silent and awkward. I mean, this is the entire Pukenga tribe. Camp was awkward today, for one reason. Challenge earlier pretty much told us the merge isn't happening. There's still at least one more round of tribe gameplay. Maybe more. We just gotta actually buckle down and win this immunity challenge, or else. Day 23. Cyrus pulls Anita aside and admits that he's been thinking on what she said and thinks she might actually be on the money about Farah being more in control than he realized. He's even willing to work with Anita now, wanting to form an alliance with the two of them, Ace, and a few others. Anita turns this down, not wanting to work with Ace slightest. Cyrus insists he'll only work with her if Ace is involved. And Anita just leaves. Still a sore spot. While Rebecca is relaxing at the shelter, Ace comes up and asks what she thinks of him. Rebecca says he seems like an alright guy, just misguided and prone to anger for little to no reason. Ace is satisfied at the answer and asks if she'd be willing to work with him. And Rebecca says no. Just no. No, I don't wanna. Tracy and Eleanor talk more strategy, knowing they need more than just themselves and Ace to get further in the game. Eleanor suggests pulling Cyrus in. Tracy likes the idea. When they pull Cyrus aside, he's interested in the idea since he likes Ace and agrees only if their first target can be Farah. Tracy's very open to that idea, which surprises Cyrus. I thought it'd take some convincing to get them against Farah, especially the small one, Tracy, because they're around each other a lot. She was all for taking Farah out. Damn happy, but at the same time, a bit suspicious. What's going on there? Scrap and Tom talk future strategy, and Tom lets it known that Florabella has to go next if they lose again. It's obvious. Both of them are the most important. At this point, their tribe is gonna be so small going into the merge that trying to make inroads with the other tribe wouldn't even be considered flipping. It'd just be a requirement to stay in the game. Scrap begrudgingly agrees that Florabelle has to go. She's gotta be out next. Scrap pulls Florabelle aside and admits to her that Tom wants her out, which surprises Florabelle. Scrap uses the moment to convince her that Tom needs to go out instead, and Florabelle agrees. Why is Florabelle even remotely surprised by this? I don't know. Clearly it caught her off guard. At this point, I gotta look at my options. Tom, who I've been secretly trying to get out for multiple tribals, or Florabelle, who I haven't been too close with up to this point. It's a tough choice for a lot of reasons. I gotta pick one. It's time for the next immunity challenge. Town takes place on a series of wooden platforms in the middle of the ocean. The 3 tribe members must dive off their platforms and swim down to grab one of 3 bags of puzzle pieces. After grabbing it, they'll swim back up and take their bag through an ocean-based obstacle course and onto the puzzle platform. Once all 3 bags are on the platform, those 3 tribe members must work together to solve the puzzle. First tribe to solve the puzzle wins immunity. Losing tribe goes to tribal, where someone will be the 10th Pokemon voted out. You know how many members of Tohunga are left? They gotta pick 3 Mons. Those are the ones playing. Farah, Anita, and Eleanor. Could this be Pukenga's chance to finally win another immunity challenge? They haven't won a tribe immunity challenge since episode 1. Can tonight be the night? Will it finally happen? Tohunga wins immunity. Pukenga will have to go to tribal council and vote someone off of their tribe and out of this game. 3 goes down to 2. What a tribe! We love Pukenga. There should be a mercy rule. Hey, there wasn't a mercy rule in Palau, man. They let that tribe go down to 1 member. Anita's relaxing in the shelter when Jeremiah approaches and the two get talking. They talk to him about their past and find out they both went to the same undergrad college together before Anita eventually transitioned to law school and Jeremiah transitioned to technical college. Anita's last school year before transitioning was actually the same year Jeremiah started there. So they've got a little more bond than I thought. Tracy is playing by the beach when Rebecca asks her to get some work done. Tracy refuses and ends up running to Farah to get Rebecca to stop bugging her. This works, as Farah just makes an excuse for Tracy not to help, which annoys Rebecca. Me and Anita have more in common than I thought. Honestly, I know she doesn't feel the same, but I do feel that I like her. And I think if we got to know each other more, maybe she'll start feeling the same about me. Florabelle and Scrap are talking together by the watering hole, and Scrap tells Florabelle they should vote out Tom. Obviously. Because there's only 2 of them talking, there's only one that's not. Florabelle seems on board with the idea, but admits that she'd still like to talk to Tom and weigh her options first, which is very understandable. Scrap and Tom get to talking by the beach, and Tom tells Scrap that the vote tonight is simple. 2 of them vote out Florabelle, post into the merge. Scrap reluctantly agrees, though seems genuinely unsure of who would be the best to side with. Tom gets to Florabelle not long before Tribal Council starts and just starts throwing Scrap under the bus. Telling Florabelle that Scrap has been saying foul things behind everyone's back. Has been plotting to secretly take Florabelle out tonight. I don't know how, but Florabelle's surprised that she's on the chopping block. And is even more conflicted than she was. Tom insists that Scrap has to go tonight. Tonight is tonight. Tonight is tonight. Tonight is the night. As to who I side with, I still don't know, really. Siding with Florabelle is the right thing overall, but siding with Tom might be better for my game. I'm just gonna have to feel them both out a bit more at Tribal before I make my final choice. I don't know what to believe. Scrap's been trying to get Tom out for the last couple of votes. I know that, but Tom never goes. Could it be a ploy to make me feel comfortable? I don't like it one bit, especially if what Tom told me is true. I have everything playing right into my hand. My #1 ally is all for me 100%, and no matter what happens, Florabelle is now second-guessing her already very weak relationship with Scrap. No matter who I take, I have an ally if the merge hits. An ally I could throw out to give myself room on the other tribe. My plan is set. Tribal Council. There's Buddy, juror #1, to witness this tribe's. They're so small. Well, Pukenga, there are 3 left of you now. After tonight, it's only gonna be 2. We used to be a tribe of 10, but we just kept losing. The last time we won a tribe immunity challenge was the first one. It's all gone downhill since then. The other members of the tribe just didn't want to try. They were content with tribal after tribal. And once all those mons were gone, we had too big of a deficit to come back. I mean, realistically, this is a blessing in disguise. Assuming the merge comes next, there will only be 2 of us left. That other tribe has to be starving to vote each other out. Sure, yeah, they'll let us play a few votes and then drop us once they don't need us anymore. That's such a good spot to be in, Tom. Are you mocking Tom? They've done nothing wrong. Gosh, maybe Tom was right. What do you mean Tom was right? About you talking crap behind everyone's backs. Not like it matters anyway. Me and Tom are getting past tonight, and you aren't. Well, seems like things are breaking down here. So let's get on with it. It is time to vote. Tom, you're up first. If anybody has a hidden immunity item and would like to play it now, would be the time to do so. Alright. Once the votes are read, decision is final. Pokemon voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. No idols played. First vote. Florabelle. That's 1 vote, Florabelle. Scrap. That's 1 vote, Florabelle. 1 vote, Scrap. 1 vote left. 10th Pokemon voted out in the 2nd member of our jury. Florabelle. You're gonna have to bring me your torch. Florabelle. Tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. What happened? Tom and I agreed to vote Scrap. Did they lie to me? I will not stand for such foul behavior. That is Florabelle gone. After a 2-1 vote. They are down to 2. It is just Scrap and Tom. Episode 10. 10 Pokemon remaining. Day 25. They couldn't even be bothered to stand next to each other for the tribe photo. That's what's left of Pukenga. That's what's left of Tohunga. The question is there finally a merge? Oh, the merge. Everybody drop your damn buffs. Pukenga and Tohunga are officially merged. Finally. The remaining 10 players will come together, becoming Taratanga. Game from now on will be an individual game. Immunity challenges will now be for individual immunity, and the game will go on until only 3 players remain. The merged tribe camp will be located at the former Tohunga tribe camp. Thankfully, there wasn't much of a question with how badly Pukenga's camp must be. How terrible it must be over there. This is the new Taratanga tribe. Doused in red. We are at our final 10. Half of this cast has been voted out. We're gonna get 7 more vote outs until there's only 3 Pokemon left vying for the title of Soul Survivor. Tribe comes together and celebrates all reaching the merge portion of the game. Scrap and Tom are easily the spotlights of the merge, introducing themselves and intermingling with the larger group since everyone else has already known each other thanks to the prior 24 days. A lot of attention is focused on the newbies in the group, Scrap and Tom. Tracy pulls Eleanor and Ace together, and the trio discuss the new mons in the tribe. Tracy and Eleanor both agree that the new ones can help shift the power dynamic more into their favor. Ace doesn't seem willing to work with them, and receives annoyed looks from Tracy and Eleanor after stating his opinion. Anita comes up to Farah, and they talk about normal stuff. Anytime Anita tries to change the subject to game talk, Farah changes the subject and tries her best to focus on normal whatever talk, which annoys Anita, though she doesn't push the issue. Tom can be seen by some of the others, just hanging around the camp awkwardly. It doesn't seem anyone wants to talk to Tom. Anytime Tom tries to push into other conversations, it just ends up getting awkward, and the conversation dispels shortly after, leaves Tom a little frustrated. Cyrus and Scrap chill, talk by the beach. Cyrus pumps Scrap for information from during the pre-merge, wondering just how things went back at the Pukenga camp that led to them being on such an incredible losing streak. Scrap does not leave a stone unturned. He shares all the information he can, even lets out some underhanded comments about some of the other Mons, which Cyrus seems to enjoy hearing, commenting he likes having a Mon with some bite on the tribe. The other tribe is interesting. I feel a bit more welcomed here than I did the past few weeks around Pukenga. I felt like I was always walking on eggshells back then. Now that I'm here, I can almost relax, actually. Plus, Cyrus seems pretty cool. Maybe game-wise, there's something there that I can work with. My goal this whole game has been to flip on anyone from my old tribe the second the merge hits and coast my way to the end. That just isn't working out right now. It's infuriating. No one is talking to me. Oh, some of them even leave as soon as I walk up to them. What the hell is happening? Tom just sits back and watches Scrap for a good portion of the day. Watching as he mingles with the other tribe members, someone managing to get into a lot of the other Mon's good graces, which infuriate Tom. They start to think Scrap stole their plan and acted on it first. They have yet to see Scrap have a single negative interaction with anyone else, yet Tom can't catch a break. Cyrus pulls Anita aside and pitches to her a big merge alliance, featuring the two of them, Scrap, Ace, and two other Mons of Anita's choice. Anita doesn't hold back in being against the idea, stating she'll give Cyrus some leeway to pick Scrap or Ace to be in the alliance, and she'll fetch the rest. She refuses to be in an alliance with both of them. Walks off to give Cyrus time to think over the offer. Ace and Rebecca are alone at camp, and Ace starts pleading with Rebecca to please work with him. Rebecca gets annoyed at the pleading, telling him to stop, but he just keeps pleading, please give me a chance. He's lost a lot of the courage he had before blowing up his alliance earlier in the game. Rebecca reluctantly agrees that she will work with Ace only if she hears no other plans regarding the next tribal council, and Ace agrees. It's a damn shame how far I've fallen in this game. I'm a certified leader, damn it, but the only Mons who are willing to work with me are only using me as a vote, and that's it. It's driving me crazy. I even resorted to pleading for Rebecca to work with me instead. I feel pathetic out here. Day 27. We're back with the first individual immunity challenge of the season. For the first merge immunity challenge, being kept simple. Castaways all must hang onto a tall pole for as long as they possibly can. Drop off the pole or touch the ground in any way, you're out. The last Pokemon hanging on their pole wins individual immunity and cannot be voted out at tonight's Tribal Council. So, obviously, get a grip. Very popular Survivor Challenge. Let's see how it works out for our final 10. Challenge begins. First three to drop are Ace, Tom, and Tracy. And after that is Anita, Scrap, and Cyrus. Rebecca and Jeremiah go next. It's coming down to either Farah or Eleanor. Who wins the first individual immunity challenge of the merge? Farah wins individual immunity, cannot be voted out tonight's Tribal Council, and earns a spot in the final 9. Alright, first immunity challenge. This one's going to Farah. You cannot be voted out tonight. Guaranteed safe. Not long after the challenge, Anita pulls Cyrus aside and presses him about if he's made a decision. Cyrus insists, so, I've made a decision. That he has picked one of them, and we'll let Anita do the rest of the work. Anita grins, is very smug about it, and instructs Cyrus to bring the Mon they chose to a small cave near camp before they leave for tribal to meet the others since she has it all covered. Tom pulls Scrap aside and wastes no time in accusing the Charmeleon of stealing their idea. Scrap seems confused at the accusation, and Tom keeps elaborating that he's been getting buddy-buddy with everyone else, while Tom can barely manage to get a hello from anyone else. Scrap seems surprised and realizes Tom's completely falling apart with the new tribe dynamic that they were so set on integrating into. Rebecca approaches Anita to ask what the consensus is for tonight. She hasn't been hearing much. Anita shrugs her off, telling her she doesn't know just yet. She's been gathering info first. Then says she'll pull Rebecca aside sometime before Tribal to fill her in. And Rebecca seems content to hear that. Ace notices Cyrus, someone he was starting to get close with before the merge. Hasn't been talking with him as much, especially since the merge started. Additionally, even his final 3 alliance in Eleanor and Tracy have been actively ignoring him. He's pretty upset. Things aren't going his way. Cyrus and Scrap go to the meeting spot, encountering Anita alongside Eleanor, Jeremiah, and Tracy. Cyrus informs Anita that Scrap is caught up to speed, and the group vows to come together and hold majority over the merge, reaching the final 6 together. If everything works out. Scrap is nervous at the larger group, but does his best to just roll with it, and they discuss voting between Tom, Ace, and Rebecca tonight. Seems like we have this nice big alliance that could work in the favor of 6. So, Cyrus got me into this huge majority alliance. It's pretty formidable. I'm just not sure if I trust these others enough to go all the way to final 6 with them. For now, let's get through tonight. I'll see where I stand after that. Anita's making me damn nervous here. We're leaving for Tribal in like 5 minutes, and she still hasn't told me the plan. Am I really gonna have to settle for just voting with Ace tonight? Just the idea disgusts me. It's fucking Tribal! Well. The merge has finally hit. Before we get into questioning, congratulations Farah on winning individual immunity. She cannot be voted out tonight. Thanks so much. That means a lot to me. Oh, that first challenge was pretty tough, especially since it wasn't too supporting my body type. But I pulled it out in the end. Yeah, you did a good job. Maybe you should have dropped so I could have won. We're a few days into the merge at this point, so I'm curious. Anyone feeling pretty good about how things are going so far? Well, I can't really be for sure until after this Tribal, but I feel alright right now. Everyone's been welcoming me with open arms. Oh yeah, Scrap's pretty great. He isn't the kind to hold back when talking shit either. It's great. The new mods are fun. It's cool hanging out with new mods. What about, on the contrary, is anyone willing to openly share that they're upset with the new dynamics? Everyone ignores me, so yeah, right here. I'm pissed, damn it. No one's giving me the time of day. Same here. Even mods that were talking to me the day before have left me high and dry. I wouldn't say I'm upset with how things are going, but I will say someone hasn't been talking to me like normal. Not gonna be naming any names. Anita. Sorry, Rebecca. I've been a bit too busy to be babysitting you through this vote. With all due respect, Tribal Council is still a concept the old Tohunga tribe isn't too familiar with. This will be the 3rd time you guys have been voting someone out at Tribal this season. Yeah, and one of those Tribals was the first one. I think everyone would be a little less on edge if we just got through with the vote. Sounds like a plan. It is time to vote. Jeremiah, you're up first. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it now, would be the time to do so. Alright. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Pokemon voted out will be asked to leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Jeremiah. That's 1 vote, Jeremiah. Ace. 1 vote, Jeremiah. 1 vote, Ace. Ace. It's 2 votes, Ace. 1 vote, Jeremiah. Ace. 3 votes, Ace. 1 vote, Jeremiah. Jeremiah. It's 3 votes, Ace. 2 votes, Jeremiah. Ace. That's 4 votes, Ace. 2 votes, Jeremiah. Ace. That's 5 votes, Ace. 2 votes, Jeremiah. 11th Pokemon voted out and the 3rd member of our jury, Ace. That's 6 votes. That's enough. You're gonna have to bring me your torch. Ace, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Arceus, damn it. I knew there was a reason I was being shunned. Tracy, Eleanor, I knew you two were a part of this. You're gonna damn well regret it. I don't know what he's planning on doing to them in the afterlife, but sure. We're officially at episode 11 now, and day 28. These are the remaining 9 players in the game, the 9 members of Tohunga. What a game this has been so far. And it's a reward! Castaways will be divided into 3 teams of 3, and each team will play shuffleboard. The team with its pucks closest to the target win reward. The reward for winning today's challenge is a night in a hotel suite, a warm meal, and an early screening of soon-to-release upcoming comedy movie, Ekans Day Off. Let's go! Great reward to play for. Team 1 consists of Farah, Jeremiah, and Rebecca. Team 2 has Cyrus, Eleanor, and Tracy. And Team 3 has Scrap, Anita, and Tom. Team 3 wins reward! That's gonna be Scrap, Tom, and Anita. They get to spend a night at a hotel suite, eat the warm meal, and enjoy the comedy, Ekans Day Off. At the very nice luxury hotel reward suite, which features the remaining members of Pukenga. I didn't even think about that. The last 2 members of Pukenga get reward. Let's go! Tom, Scrap, and Anita enjoy the night in the relaxing hotel suite. They get to chow down on a bunch of food, and they watch Ekans Day Off, thoroughly enjoying everything. Anita doesn't seem very into the movie portion, since she isn't super big into comedies. Regardless, they get a good meal, a good laugh, and a good sleep. Back at camp, obviously the people on reward will not be present in the camp events during this day specifically. Farah approaches Cyrus, who's relaxing in a tree, and asks if he's heard anything about an unfortunate rumor being spread around that she's the one in charge strategically. Cyrus confirms that Anita told him that, and that he's pretty sure she's right about it. Farah takes time trying to convince him that's definitely not the case. Cyrus isn't listening. Rebecca pulls Cyrus aside and asks if he's cool with voting Tracy out. Cyrus is against it, admitting he's working with Tracy, so he doesn't want to see her go. Rebecca grumbles, telling Cyrus to just stop working with her. Cyrus refuses to abide by the demand. We're so close to winning that reward. That pisses me off. That reward should be mine. Day 29, reward members back from their reward. While Anita and Jeremiah are talking game, they pull Scrap and Eleanor in and suggest a sub-alliance, branching off of their original Final 6 alliance. The other one would only get them to the Final 6 after all, so they can vow to work together and get to the Final 4 now. It's another piece, another leap forward, and everyone's pretty happy. They agree. Farah continues hounding Cyrus over the course of the day, trying to convince him over and over that she isn't the one in charge, that he's being lied to. And due to the repetition and overexposure, the more he hears it, the more he's, starting to believe it. Just because it's being punted into his head so many times by Farah. Keeps insisting she's not the one in charge. Even after admitting that no one talking to me at Tribal, still, no one is coming to me. Anyone I try to talk to just leaves. They aren't even giving me a damn chance. We are at day 30. We're in the final 10 days. Remember, day 39 is the last day. By the time day 39 hits, everyone except for 3 will have been voted out of the game. It's time for another immunity challenge. Each castaway is given 150 tiles, each of them individually numbered in their own station, to stack those tiles up. Altogether, the stack should be able to reach a 10-foot tall ceiling that's over the station. First castaway to complete their tower wins individual immunity and cannot be voted out at tonight's Tribal Council. Alright, we are into the immunity challenge. Challenge begins. After roughly 15 minutes, 3 mons are already very close to winning. It's between Eleanor, Farah, and Scrap. Scrap wins individual immunity. Pukenga wins immunity for once. Pukenga wins immunity. Scrap can't be voted out tonight. Here to spot the final 8. The big 6-person alliance of Cyrus, Anita, Scrap, Jeremiah, Eleanor, and Tracy meet up together in their usual cave site and discuss who to vote out tonight. Tracy suggests Tom. Another easy vote, but everyone except for Cyrus is up for it. Cyrus wants Rebecca out of the game instead, and she's a bit more of a game player, but it quickly gets shot down by the others, insisting Tom has to go tonight. Tom still technically hasn't gotten a vote against him all game yet. I don't know, there's a chance that changes tonight with how the Alliance is talking, at least. Anita pulls Rebecca inside and tells her to vote for Tom. Rebecca's annoyed at Anita still after last Tribal, stating it. She doesn't have to babysit her through this vote if she doesn't want to. Anita tells her to stop flashing her ego, just listen to her. That this is the vote tonight. Rebecca agrees to vote for Tom. Tom pulls Scrap aside and asks what the plan for tonight is, since no one else will give them the time of day. Scrap just tells Tom to vote for Farah, since she won immunity last time, and Tom agrees, no questions asked. Finally getting some. Scrap meets with Cyrus privately and lets him know that he's going to vote alongside Tom tonight, but that it's just a formality to try and secure a jury vote. That's all it is. He asks Cyrus to tell the others, as he's going to spend some time with Tom to get him comfortable. But Cyrus agrees, but doesn't end up telling the others. It's that information to himself. Scrap's a good mon, but he didn't have my back when I suggested taking Rebecca out. Fuck that line. I'm doing my own thing tonight, and I'm not bailing Scrap out either. Let them be confused when the vote count's all wrong. Screw them. Anita's such a cocky bitch. We may have agreed to make it to final 2, but the second I see the chance to grab the Nungers and take her out, it's going down. Babysitting me, huh? See what she thinks of her babysitting a few votes from now, when she gets her torch snuffed. And it's time for Tribal. Before we get started tonight, congrats to Scrap on managing to pull off the victory in today's immunity challenge. Did not receive any votes tonight. I'm still surprised that I won. That tower was so tall by the end of everything. And yet another immunity challenge. I only barely lost in. One of these days, immunity's gonna be mine. Yeah, whatever you say, hon. Of course, before that, we had a huge reward challenge with one of the biggest rewards we've seen so far this season. The meal and the night's sleep indoors were like a dream. I swear it was harder to sleep at camp after that one. Though the movie wasn't much my time. The reward was fun and all, but I wish we had a little more time to talk game. It was a busy night. You guys had the whole night to do that. Way silly if you didn't. I've also been hearing talks of a rumor that's been spread around camp, if anyone would like to elaborate. Oh, yeah, that Farah's running things, huh? I mean, everyone knows by this point, so there's no need to hold back. Yeah, I'm still not sure what the idea behind that rumor was. I have a good relationship with everyone, sure, but I'm clearly not running things. Yeah, if I were to say who was in charge off the top of my head, Farah wouldn't be the first name that'd come to mind. Well, I'll let you say the talk of who's in charge for camp. For now, it is time to vote. Nita, you're up first. If anybody has a hidden immunity item and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Pokemon voted out will be asked to leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Tom. It's one vote, Tom. Farah. That's one vote, Tom. One vote, Farah. Tom. That's two votes, Tom. One vote, Farah. Farah. Two votes, Tom. Two votes, Farah. Tom. That's three votes, Tom. Two votes, Farah. Tom. That's four votes, Tom. Two votes, Farah. Jeremiah. That's four votes, Tom. Two votes, Farah. One vote, Jeremiah. Two votes left. Wealth Pokemon voted out, and the fourth member of our jury, Tom. That's five votes. That's enough. You're gonna have to bring me your torch. Tom, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go. The heck? I've been blindsided. This is despicable. Who could have? Wait. It's Scrap? Oh, if I found out Scrap had something to do with this. So Cyrus threw the sole vote for Jeremiah. Scrap followed through like he said, voted alongside Tom. Everyone else voted for Tom. Unfortunate. Going into episode... we're day 31. This is the remaining Tohunga tribe. There is now officially only one member from original Pukenga left. Everyone else came from Tohunga. Jeremiah goes around the camp trying to find out who voted for him last night at Tribal Council. When he eventually gets to Cyrus, the Crobat openly admits to having voted for him. Even worse, when Jeremiah asks why, Cyrus just tells him to figure it out on his own and leaves. Tracy pulls Anita aside, revealing to the live part that she trusts her quite a bit. She reveals her whole ruse to Anita, explaining everything she's been doing, that her whole cutesy thing is all an act, that it's becoming grating to keep it up all day, every day, for such a long period of time, with little to no break. It finds the reveal intriguing. Tensions seem high in the Alliance after Tribal last night. We have a 6-man group, and we were expecting 2 other votes toward Tom. That clearly didn't happen. But was still heavily in our favor, just not as much as we were expecting. And I'm pretty sure at least Farah voted with us. She likes Jeremiah, so she wouldn't have been the vote for him. We're getting dicey, so today's immunity needs to be mine. Ah! No! Immunity! Immunity! Same day immunity! Each castaway will stand on a small perch with either an arm or leg raised into equally uncomfortable positions, tethered to a bucket of water hanging above them. When a castaway drops, the water is dumped onto them. Last Pokemon standing without tipping their bucket wins individual immunity and cannot be voted out at tonight's Tribal Council. Call a surprise. Challenge begins. The first 3 to drop are Rebecca, Jeremiah, and Cyrus. Next to drop are Eleanor, Farah, and Scrap. Anita and Tracy are the final two mons remaining in the challenge, but only one of them can win immunity. It comes down to this. Anita wins individual immunity, cannot be voted out tonight's tribal, and earns a spot in the final 7. Anita gets the win. Not long after getting back to camp from the challenge, Jeremiah pulls his alliance together. Eleanor, Anita, Scrap, Tracy, but not Cyrus. He actually tells them he wants Cyrus out next, because he betrayed the alliance by voting for him. No one is used to seeing Jeremiah this angry, but nonetheless, they all disagree. Cyrus is a strong number to keep around. They don't want to turn on each other so early. Gotta keep Cyrus in. Already, the alliance is crumbling 2 votes in. Not long after the alliance meeting, Anita meets up with Cyrus and tells him Jeremiah is full-on gunning for him since he feels betrayed by the Crobat. Cyrus thanks her for the info and suggests they plug up this little Jolteon issue tonight, since if the alliance wants to keep coexisting, one of them has to go, and it should be the mon with less value to the alliance. Anita agrees, with no fight. Scrap notices Jeremiah is still fuming, pacing around in the beach in pure anger. Scrap approaches and tries to calm him down, and when that doesn't work, he just tells the Jolteon to please vote for Farah tonight. Everything will be fine after. They can get Cyrus out later, but for tonight, can't let the alliance fracture. Jeremiah doesn't say anything, and when Scrap leaves, he looks even more pissed than he was before. Jeremiah is very uncharacteristically angry today. He's usually pretty, doesn't say much. He's a little quiet. Doesn't have big problems. This is the biggest issue he's had so far, and he is angry. When everyone in the alliance outside of Jeremiah meets up again, Cyrus and Anita immediately pitch taking out Jeremiah as he's the safest vote for them. They'd still have majority after, and they can't afford to keep him in longer, else risk another ace situation. Scrap seems surprised at everyone else agreeing and tries to argue to just get Farah out instead. The others disagree, saying Jeremiah has to go tonight. I can't believe them. Oh, this is the first time I'm not sitting back and letting them decide everything. This is the first time I'm calling for a real threat to get out, and they're all ignoring me. Ugh. And Scrap tried to convince me to play it safe and vote with the others. Ugh. Maybe I should... I don't know. I don't know what to do. This alliance is splitting much earlier than I thought they would. Well, because Jeremiah rightfully is angry Cyrus voted for him. I don't know what's going to happen tonight at Tribal, but I really want to make sure Jeremiah stays. Before we get started tonight, Anita, congrats on winning immunity. Safe tonight, cannot be voted out. Thanks very much. It means a lot to be safe, though, realistically. I don't think I would have been going home tonight. Sorry, Anita, but I want to speak right now. Because I'm angry, okay? I'm angry that Cyrus voted for me, and I'm angry that none of my friends will help me vote him out tonight. So, I'm making one last plea. Jeremiah, we talked about this. Please stop. Yeah, shut it, you little shit. It doesn't matter what you think, because tonight, it's you. You're being voted out. No one cares that you finally grew a backbone. You're gone. Cyrus isn't lying, Jeremiah. We're voting you out tonight, so just sit back, let it happen. Don't lose your dignity in the process. Well, that was certainly a development. What does everyone else make of this? Sounds to me like Jeremiah's being voted out. So I might as well not vote against the group, right? That's what it sounds like, yeah. I like you a lot, Jeremiah, but I don't want to vote against the tribe. Sorry. Alright, starting to sound like the vote's already been decided. So let's get to it then and find out for sure. It is time to vote. Scrap, you're up first. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'm playing my idol. To those I work with, I'm sorry. This isn't right. So I'm not letting it happen. I'm playing my idol on Jeremiah tonight. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Jeremiah will not count. Anyone else? Alright. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Pokemon voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Jeremiah does not count. 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 Rebecca. That's one vote, Rebecca. Farah. That's one vote, Rebecca. One vote, Farah. One vote left. Scrap. We are tied. One vote, Rebecca. One vote, Farah. One vote, Scrap. There will be a revote. The Pokemon in the tie will not revote. I'll give you a few minutes to discuss amongst yourselves. Scrap, I didn't know that you were gonna... Jeremiah? Let's make a deal. What? Clearly, there are more threats among us than I originally realized. So, let's make a deal. Vote with us, and we won't vote you out next tribal. Hey, I'm getting the picture. Yes, Squirt, vote with us right now or else. I mean, it's not like voting any other way is gonna change anything, so you might as well keep yourself safe a little longer. But who would we be voting out? Scrap. The hell? This is your one chance, Jeremiah. Fail, and you're gone the second we get the chance. Choose wisely, brat. Don't listen to the man. I literally just saved you. That's all the time I can give you. For the second time tonight, it is time to vote. Tracy, you're up first. Only Rebecca, Farah, and Scrap may receive votes. They're gonna go after it anyway. Oh. Alright. I'll read the votes. First vote. Farah. That's one vote, Farah. Scrap. That's one vote, Farah. One vote, Scrap. Scrap. That's two votes, Scrap. One vote, Farah. Thirteenth Pokemon voted out, and the fifth member of our jury, Scrap. That's three votes. That's enough. You're gonna have to bring me your torch. Scrap, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. I played myself. The reason I'm here right now. Oh, damn it to hell. Oh. At these votes, this is why this was one of the tribals I was super excited about. And you can kind of see why. Because the sole vote that put Scrap in the tie came from the person that he fucking played an idol on. Pukenga is gone. Pukenga is gone. Fights would have happened. Oh my god, yeah. They would have been throwing... That would have been a live tribal. Some people would have been throwing hands. There would have been ejections.